Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay Bavolar here, back at it again with another great video for today. But before I get into it, I want to quickly remind you can get my book, Black Service and the Black Veteran. It's available right now on Amazon, where I talk about my time in the military and how to navigate as a veteran. Also talk about VA disability claims. So you want to make sure you get it on Amazon. Also, want to quickly remind you, you can also get a book of consultation with me. The link will be in the description below. If you're stuck with your VA claims, you need help with your CMP exams, appeals process, or just how to put a claim in altogether, you can book a consultation with me, get a one-on-one coaching session, and get you that rating that you deserve. So today, I want to talk about the whole should you pay for medical evidence, as they call it, pay to play. You know, Combat Craig had put out a video about the other day, and he puts out some pretty good stuff. I'm a subscriber to his channel. I listen to his stuff all the time. It's great info. It's definitely helped me a great deal with my VA claims. So I want to give my take whether or not you should pay for a medical nexus, a DBQ, or what may have you here. So there's two ways to answer. There's two ways to go about that. There's a yes part and there's a no part, in my opinion here. So let's just say, okay, you're stuck with your VA claim. If you don't have sufficient medical evidence that's tangible or actionable, yes, you should pay for medical evidence. Because here's the thing, especially if you're trying to maximize your benefits, you're looking for a pathway to 100%, then yes, you should pay for it, right? Because you shouldn't be cheap with it. Like they said, there's few things you shouldn't be cheap with, right? I say hotels, toilet paper, and medical evidence here. And here's why I say this. I know some people, you can go to your VA doctors, and a lot of times they don't write you a medical nexus or fill out a DBQ for you, right? It's considered a conflict of interest because they work for the VA. So a lot of times they kind of shy away from these things. Now, if you have a primary care physician that will write you a medical nexus or fill out a DBQ for you, then by all means go to your primary care physician or your private doctor. Not everybody will. Even some private doctors won't write you a medical nexus or won't fill out a DBQ for you. I had a situation like that before where I was looking to get an increase because I recently went to a podiatrist, went for an x-ray, and I was diagnosed with pes planus. And I was already service connected for a foot condition from the VA. I was at 10% for chronic bilateral foot pain. So I was looking to get an increase. I explained everything to the doctor, showed medical evidence I have for a frame of reference, and he didn't want to write. He said, well, I wasn't there when you were in service, so I do not feel comfortable writing this, right? So in that situation, I would say pay for one. Because listen, not all medical evidence is created equal. If you want to maximize your benefits, you may have to pay for it. Like I said, don't be cheap with it. Don't try to go the cheap route to do it. And some are more expensive than others. I know majority, I say they're starting out at around $500. You got to think of it like this. Think of it as you're making an investment toward yourself. Now I want to make a quick disclaimer here. Don't make sure you really have these, but do not lie or stretch your truth, as it's unethical and it's also against the law. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. I probably should have said it at the beginning of the video, but here's the thing. If you want to get a secondary condition, something like that, especially if you have tinnitus, or if you need medical evidence for tinnitus, and you can't get it from a doctor, then pay to play is the way to go. Now here's the thing. Don't just go to anybody. I think you should do your due diligence on who you're getting your medical evidence from, on the doctor. If you're going to be paying, it would behoove you to do your due diligence on the doctors that you're getting paid for. And I think it's one advantage with some of these doctors that you can pay to get a medical nexus or a DBQ from. A lot of them were former VA doctors, a plethora of them, or they were former examiners. I did one that did mine for migraines. Right now, I've already had other medical evidence and stuff for migraines, and it kept getting denied. So I got more. And she was a former CMP examiner, so you do have some so they seen it from the other side. So that's the advantage. That's one advantage that you have with them. Now I say no, if you have, like I said, if you have a primary care physician or a private doctor that will write one for you, and obviously it's being paid for, you have medical insurance through your job or whomever. Also, but here's the thing: if you're going to a private doctor, you want to make sure they're talking VA language. Now, the best thing for that is just give them the DBQ. This way, DBQ is pretty self-explanatory to fill out there. But you got to make sure that at least as likely as not, more than likely be caused in service, or more than likely to be incurred during service. You want to make sure that kind of language is in there. Like I always say, the VA is a game of semantics here. So those words got to be in there. You got to be taught. So this way, your medical evidence is sufficient, tangible, and actionable for rating purposes. So that's why I said that's one advantage that you have with some of these doctors that pay to play. But you want to make sure you're doing your due diligence and make sure that, hey, and even some of them are veterans themselves as well. So they're pro-veteran, which is why they want to help veterans and write medical evidence for a veteran. So once again, in my opinion, should you pay to play? I say yes if you don't have sufficient medical evidence. But once again, make sure you're doing your due diligence on the company and on the doctors. So this way, you know what you're getting yourself into, and you know who's writing your medical evidence, as opposed to just, hey, we'll do it for $600 here, $600. You can get it blindly. And here's one thing too: just because they do write a medical, there's no guarantees that, hey, you're gonna get approved for that claim. Now, it might go through it, you might not get an examination because they feel it's actionable and tangible for rating purposes, but they still might send you to a CMP exam, and you don't know what the examiner is going to write, if the examiner is pro-veteran or not. You don't know these things, so those are the unknown variables in those. But like I said, I put a video on how to prep for a CMP exam and the do's and don'ts and mistakes that people make on them, so you can watch those videos as well. That's all I got for today. Also, want to remind you once again, you can get my book Black Serviceman and the Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon. Also, if you're stuck with your claim and you need a coaching session to help you get that rating that you deserve, hey, let's book a one-on-one session. The link will be in the description below. That's all I got for today. Peace.